Girls just want to be their boys. Girls just want. Girls just want.
Let's drain it. Let's take it and leave it out for the sunrise.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Think you could blow up our warehouse and get away with it? Ah, lick.
Let's grab its eyes and its tongue and its teeth. I want its teeth.
Camera the fuck. Boys, I think we could all use a little entertainment. Those of you sitting in the first few rows will get wet. Son of a bitch!
Leave.
There's 3 of us, Rodriguez.
Yeah. 3 of us. What are you gonna do? Shoot us?
This ain't over. We'll find you. You too, Rodriguez. You're both dead. Nobody messes with a Sabat and lives.
Keep moving. Trouble sure seems to like you. Good effort. Execution needs a little work. You look like shit. Name's Nines.
Was ist denn aus den Zahlen 1 bis 8 geworden? Ja, und damit, hallo und moin moin. Zum nächsten Mal hier, ne? Ja, letzte Folge war ein bisschen kurz. Ich glaube, ich halte die kommenden Folgen jetzt auch immer so ein bisschen auf 30 Minuten, weil sonst dauert das wirklich arschlange, die Dinger hochzuladen. Und außerdem spare ich mir dann das Zusammenschnipseln am Ende, nachdem ich dann über eine Stunde aufgenommen habe und dann irgendwie suchen muss, wo man denn jetzt einigermaßen auseinanderschnipseln kann. Also, gibt es jetzt immer kürzere Folgen. Ja, ich hoffe, ich halte das dann irgendwie durch. Nur, dass ihr euch nicht wundert, dass das jetzt so ein bisschen kürzer wird. Aber dann kann man sie wenigstens auch mal zwischendurch gucken. Ist ja auch nicht schlecht, ne? So, was ist denn mit den Zahlen 1 bis 8 geworden, Mr.
Same
Nines?
thing that happens to a lot of anarchs, Malk. But you already know that somehow, don't you? Should have been more careful, newbie. This ain't the burbs.
Hast du dein eigenes
Kid, I
Getreide?
got things to deal with. Why don't you pay me a visit at the last round tonight? I don't know what you've heard so far, but it's time you heard the real story. This is a mean existence. Stay out of trouble, kid.
Ich finde den ja irgendwie sympathisch, ne? Außerdem hat er mein Leben gerettet. Immer einen coolen Auftritt. So, das ist jetzt also Downtown. Ja, mit diesem Turm will ja auch gar keiner irgendwie was kompensieren, oder? Ist klar. Oh, eine Karte. Karten sind gut. Adventure Tower. Oh, stehe ich genau vor? Echt jetzt? Das Ding? Nee. Das Ding. Ah, das, dezent kompensierende etwas, ja. Passt ja zu diesem komischen Prinzentypen. Da ist ja der dicke Polizist wieder. Ich dachte, ich hätte ihm gesagt, er wäre nutzlos.
You look familiar, Missy. We haven't met before, have we? Oh, yeah,
back in Santa Monica, right? Whew, I don't know what came over me back there, but now I got this sweet night shift position, and I'm happier than the time I met Sipowitz. Well, enough about my lucky break. You here to see one of the bigwigs, Missy?
Ja. Wo ist hier? Nein, ich will Lacroix sehen.
Would that be Sebastian LaCroix of the LaCroix Foundation, or Dwayne LaCroix of Insurrection Baby Formula Company?
Na, ich glaube der von der Babynahrung.
Okay then. Mr. LaCroix, he told me to expect someone fitting your description sometime tonight. You go right on up.
Möge das Fett vieler Wesen ihren Magen füllen.
Yeah, you have a good power meeting, or whatever it is you types do up there. You need any security? Well, you just ring the front desk and ask for Officer Chunk. That's me, in case you were wondering.
Chunk.
Yeah, I get that all the time. The name goes back to my football days. Actually, my fantasy football days at the station. Stationarium. That was this office supply outlet mall I used to watch. Hey, you kids! No skating in the parking lot! That was me.
Ja, ist klar. Ich weiß, warum du keine Freunde hast. So. Fahrstuhl. Bing. Ach komm, hier muss doch wirklich jemand irgendwas kompensieren. Ich irgendwo anders hinfahren? Lässt du mich nicht. Dann nicht. Oh. Großes Gebäude, große Männer. Zumindest ein großer Mann. Ich könnte neben dir stehen. Du guckst mich überhaupt nicht an. Oh, sieht aber grimmig aus. Naja, gut.
There you are. I was informed of your presence in the building. Since you're here, I'll take the liberty of assuming you've destroyed the warehouse. This is correct, yes? Most excellent. I had no doubt you'd prove my decision a prudent one. I trust you encountered no impediments to your progress on account of my personnel.
Oh, ich wollte jetzt Mercurio eigentlich nicht reinreißen. Naja, gut.
Yes, I'm sure it was quite an experience. You've done well, circumstances being what they were. I will admit, not many in your position would have overcome such a trial. But don't misunderstand me. It was no fool's errand. You may yet prove to be a genuine asset. It's a bit disturbing the lack of talent within this organization as of late. Tell me, what would you say to doing a bit of reconnaissance for me? Don't be so hasty to inflate your own worth. You've succeeded once, very admirable. But in the grand scheme of it all, an infant's stride of progress. If you're looking to make a name for yourself, listen very carefully. There have been whispers, rumors spreading around the kindred community concerning the Elizabeth Dane, the cargo ship that was towed into port recently. Have you heard of it?
Sie hören sie auch?
The police are investigating the Dane as we speak. Even the Nosferatu have little information on what's been found. However, the reason the ship has caused such speculation is because it was transporting an object called the Ankaran sarcophagus. Now, I'm not one to predicate a decision based on conjecture, so what I need is fact. And more importantly, I need evidence that the occurrences on the Dane were not supernatural in nature, and in no way relate to this Ankaran sarcophagus.
Wieso immer ich?
Shall I repeat myself? I do believe I mentioned the fact that I bent the delicate laws that govern our society to allow you a chance to live. If that isn't enough, I can't give you another reason. You have 3 objectives. 1. I want you to examine the sarcophagus for anything unusual. You may sense something peculiar about the sarcophagus. In fact, Many kindred in the city have reported an uneasiness in the air since the Danes' arrival. Do not, under any circumstances, open the Ankaran sarcophagus. Secondly, the police have begun their investigation. Find out what they have concluded thus far. Thirdly, take the cargo manifest for the ship. I want to find out what else it was carrying. The last thing we want is police aware of our existence, so be careful what you do in front of them. And unlike the warehouse, you cannot wholesale slaughter a ship full of lawmen without consequences. Is this understood?
Good.
Oh, and it has come to my attention that you had an encounter with Nines Rodriguez earlier. The man so does love to throw that cretinous charm of his brashly about. What exactly did Mr. Rodriguez say?
Na, er war auf jeden Fall charmanter als du.
I see. Then, you should go humor the by-the-numbers rhetoric he's so desperately aching to spew. Oh, please, before the chance of fascist oppressor from that dive of theirs clog the air and choke the local kine. Give the Anarch community my regards.
Der war gut. Unsympathischer Zeitgenosse. Wow. Teleporter, scheinbar. Ich gehe durch eine Tür und ich muss nicht mal mehr Fahrstuhl fahren. Wenn das nix ist... Muss ich jetzt... Oh, ich gehe einfach mal die Straße lang gucken, wo ich hinkomme. Da ist scheinbar nix. Ja. Was geht da denn ab? Seid auch ein bisschen bekloppt, oder? Dicker Mann.
Baby girl, I saw you coming from down the street and I started praying to the Lord to find it in his heart to send you to me, and hallelujah if he didn't come through for me. Welcome to Fat Larry's Trucker Man. I am the proprietor and salesman of the month several years in a row. The ladies call me, oh God, but you can call me Fat Larry with a F-A-T, cause there's more of me to love. Oh man, you been feeding on that rock kid? Nah, brother. I don't sell none of that no more. You got some crazy eyes on you. Believe me, I don't have to see the freeze-dried ice cream to know a space cadet when I see one. Hey, so you like to pipe. Didn't say I wouldn't sell you nothing. Chill. Peep this gear I got.
Was ist denn? Armbrustbolzen. Naja, aber Fernkampf sind ja bei uns nicht so, ne? Die kannst du dafür haben? Bisschen bessere Rüstung hier. Tada! Jetzt kann man ihr noch mehr auf den Arsch gucken. Nee. denn hin? 9. Ah, schön. Ich bin komplett falsch gelaufen. Naja, macht ja nichts. Laufen wir wieder zurück. Ist aber auch nicht... Nee, hier ging es nicht weiter. Er sieht aus wie der Typ, der auch schon Santa Monica rumhing. Lustig aussehendes Haus. Gehen wir mal rein. Hello.
Greetings, neonate. Might I assume you received my invitation? I have been looking forward to meeting you for quite some time. Ah, a child of Malkav, no less. Do dark visions cloud your sight, young one? Shattered reflections of your clan father's mind? There is truth in your words, neonate, more than you yet realize. Your madness allows you to glimpse the truth of this existence, to see through the shadowy veil into the world beyond. Be cautious when speaking of these visions. Truth is rarely welcomed by those who cannot see it. There are many kindred who will be less, shall we say, accepting of it than I am. Strauss, Maximilian Strauss. I am the regent of this chantry. Welcome. Let me give you some advice, young one. Your survival in kindred society will often depend on your ability to find out yourself what is going on around you. Remember that well. As for what is going on here in downtown, the word on everyone's lips, kindred or kind, seems to be epidemic. It seems that disease has been spreading at an alarming rate throughout the downtown population. Considering our particular appetites, the local kindred are more than concerned about these developments. Yes, indeed. My opinion is that the local anarchs are responsible for these outbreaks. Their precipitous indulgence of certain passions often leads to such things. Ergo, their need for the watchful eye of the Camarilla. An interesting proposition. If you succeed in finding the cause of this epidemic and putting an end to it, I will compensate you appropriately for your efforts. Very well. Again, I recommend speaking with the anarchs. You can find most of them at the local watering hole, reveling in the vices of their former lives. I believe the place is called The Last Round.
Das klingt ja alles ganz spannend hier. Hier lang. Da lang. Ho. Ausgang gefunden. Also hier scheint ja irgendwie so eine komische Krankheit zu wüten, sag ich mal. Er glaubt, die Anarchen stecken dahinter, aber das ist ja ganz gut, dass ich da sowieso hin muss. Kann ich dir ja gleich fragen. Ja. Die... Mögen sie scheinbar nicht so ganz. Deswegen stehen wahrscheinlich diese Typen auch alle hier rum. Wegen der Seuchengefahr. Hier ist immer so coole Musik. Oh, da ist ein Jack.
Well, if it ain't the talk of the town, poster child for Camarilla benevolence. What does the prince have his little bitch doing today? Yes? What the hell did you say? You're not capable, right? You're doubly sweet. Crazy as hell and the prince's bitch. Oh, understand? As crazy as you. Malkavians make goddamn inside. That shit is creepy. Where you get? My name is Skelton. I do my part to keep California a free state for the anarchists. But Camarilla just ain't necessary. Their rules is just common sense shit. Masquerade and all that. Sure, it makes sense. Like the Ten Commandments. You know the Ten Commandments, don't you? Yeah, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. Sounds good, but you and me both know that shit don't always work. What if some society like the Camarilla comes along and just up and kills you if you break one damn commandment? See, we weren't meant to live like that. I followed someone else's rules for 3 years in Vietnam, but it wasn't until after being prison I understood real English. Anarchs, we have the only ticket to free living in the afterlife. No one bows to man's views. He leads by example, down here with us. There ain't some cheap shit limper's paper pusher hiding up in his tower. Camarilla, she couldn't see the difference. I don't need to bare my fangs to feel good about myself. The masquerade is a fruity Camarilla lane. Other than that, I ain't got... You know, speaking of the masquerade, I just thought of something you... There's this girl who's been making a lot of noise lately. She's a real pain in the ass. She's a ghoul of this one Toreador creep who disappeared.
Es hat jetzt aber lange gedauert, bis er mit einer Quest rausgerückt ist.
She hangs out in the clubs downtown. She used to show up around here and act like she was everybody's best friend. It was all fun and games until that vampire sugar daddy got caught. Now she can't get her blood fixed and she ain't so fun anymore. She's been told he was dead. She don't listen. Just ask again loud. Vampire hunters, man. You start doing stupid shit and breaking the masquerade and you'll see what I'm talking about. Trust me, hunters are the kind of trouble you don't cross the line. Only time that mouth ain't blabbing is when it's sucking vampire blood. She's gotta disappear. Alright, have fun. I'd love to do this one myself, but I know it's silent.
Ja, gehen wir mal hier hoch. Hallo.
You showed up. Good. Here's what I gotta tell you. And so you know, I don't lecture, I don't rap, I'm no bureaucrat. I'm just a guy out of nowhere came to be involved in something 500 times bigger than you and me. You got a right to know the score. In Camarilla, this is the short of it. They operate a lot like a pyramid scheme. There's a bunch of these old-timers at the top with God only knows what plots in mind. They lose their power, they die. They sired more to carry out their plans. And looking for a little power, then those kindred sired for their own schemes, and so on and on and on. It hurts my head just thinking about the mess. and it works out to exist. Only a few people at the top have any real power. LaCroix? Shit. LaCroix's just a guy who backstabbed and wheeled and dealed his way into becoming king son of a bitch of all the local Camarilla. Him and any other traders that sided with the Cam want power here, they'll get what to do. I learned the way of this world during the Depression. A bunch of old rich bastards screwed the country. But did they suffer? No. The little people suffered. You can't trust the people at the top. The world would be a better place without them. All you can do is get a group of people together who aren't assholes. Find a place to put your feet up and make some examples of the quote-unquote elite. Keep the rest the hell out. Everyone's an equal here. Same thing this country used to be about. That's what LA has been. An anarch-free state. The Camarilla was kicked out on an ass a long time ago. We and anarchists didn't want to play their politics. Now LaCroix and crew pop in like they never left. No goddamn way. Their laws don't apply to us. Got their meeting right here. Don't use me and Prince in the same sentence, Malk. I fought to keep LA free since I was embraced. A long time later, I'm one of the only ones left that hasn't bid or switched sides. The most veteran soldier on the battlefield. LaCroix represents everything I hate. The Camarilla, stuck-up aristocrats, rich businessmen, crooked politicians. The only place LaCroix belongs is in an urn.
Ooh.
Here's what I tell all the new blood. 1, you get careless, that blood will make you into a monster. If you rampage around here, you get put down. 2, don't kill when you feed, no reason to. In this city, there's lots of ways to slake the beast without leaving a trail of dead. 3, the Camarilla's full of shit. 4,
Mir
watch
gefällt
your
3 am
back,
besten.
always. And lastly, learn how to fight. Because a speech ain't gonna save your ass when you're staring down the barrel of a shotgun. After picking your ass up off the pavement back there, yeah, I can tell you don't even know the basics. Hold your hands up like this, and keep your body at an angle. Makes it harder to hit. Keep your thumbs out of your fists and put your weight into your punches.
Yeah.
You poor bastard. Listen, LA's the school of hard knocks, so keep your friends close and your enemies in a barbecue pit. Once you square things with LaCroix, don't give that son of a bitch the time of night. I got my eye on you, kid.
You get macho. Ist hier irgendwas zum Mitnehmen? Oh, ein Ausgang. Nicht schlecht. Ja, und den... Schon wieder irgendwer, der sich kloppt. Den wirklich wichtigen Sachen in dieser neuen Umgebung widmen wir uns dann beim nächsten Mal. Bis dahin und bleibt dran.